Well, right now we're in Rosemary's Vineyard. This is actually Rosemary's Vineyard Block 9. It's the second part of Block 9. It's Pinot Noir, Clone 2A, and the rootstock is 3309. So these signs really tell us everything that we need to know about each individual vineyard block. This is one of the very, very best sections of Rosemary's Vineyard. Where we're standing right now, my mom's house is actually directly behind us. And as we look down here, we're just looking over the Arroyo Grande Valley and a beautiful Chardonnay block down there. Okay, the vineyard crew will be here in the next 20 or 30 minutes, and I thought I could explain some of the things that we're looking at here. For one thing, we've got this netting here. The netting is to prevent damage from the birds, which birds really like to eat ripe grapes. And we use these little pieces of pipe right here to push the netting out away from the clusters. The birds have gotten smart, and if the netting is right next to the clusters, they'll actually go in there and eat the berries. And that's exactly what's happened right here. We don't like that. The other thing we find is that the deer kind of push up against this as well. So the vineyard crew is going to have to remove all of this netting. They just pull it down from up here. We just use these little clips right here, which are the same ones that you see on a loaf of bread. So what are the things that we're looking for that really tell us that the grapes are ripe? First and foremost, it's the actual flavor of the grapes. You know, what do they taste like? These grapes are nice and ripe. They taste good. A lot like I think the Pinot Noir that we'll make from this area. But some of the other things I look for are a little bit of yellowing of the leaves, which signals that the vine is really nearing the end of the season. I also look for what we call lignification, which means that the canes have changed from being very green, which they were early in the season, to now they're entirely woody, and that's a sign of maturity. And they're pretty much lignified all the way up to the top. The other thing we look for is that the vines aren't really actively growing anymore. We want all of the energy going into these grape clusters and really concentrating that energy on getting the crop ripe. So Pinot Noir is noted as a variety that has a very small berry as well as a small cluster. What that means is that there's a greater skin to juice ratio. Since all the character of the wine really comes from the grape skins, the more skin that you've got relative to juice means the more character you're going to have in the finished wine. Rosemary's Vineyard in general makes small berries and small clusters, and I think it's one of the reasons why the wine that we make from here is so special. The vineyard crew has arrived here in Rosemary's Vineyard to harvest some Pinot Noir, and what we'll see here now is they actually are going to pick from the top down. We really like to keep the people behind the tractors on these steep hills just out of concern for their safety. So we'll walk up the hill and see what they're doing.